it's Candy. Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do a little craft day today. I'm home by myself for a while tonight, so I've got hours and hours to kill to be by myself. And I've been thinking of some crafting things to do. So I got out all of my Halloween fabric. I've got these 5. Yeah, you can see them all. So I've got 3 nice orange ones, a purple, and a black and white. What I was thinking of making was like a pennant banner type thing to just like decorate. So I have printed off a couple different styles that we could use for like the flag part. We've got that one and then just a regular triangle. I honestly think I want to do this one, but would it be weird to mix and match? Have like a couple different flag options. Are these the same width? They are. Okay. So these two are the same width at the top. If I cut them out, then at least it'll be consistent. So let's do 2 different ones. And let's see. I know, let me go measure how much space I want to cover, and then we'll get to design. Okay, so the space I want it to go in is 60 inches across. So we want to add a little bit because we want it to like swag down, right? So probably 65 inches or so. Let's actually measure how long this is. This is 6 inches. So if each of the flags are 6 inches and we want 3 to 4 inches in between, so if we do 8 times 6, we do 8 of them across, and these are each 6. Writing is kind of sideways. That equals 48. And if we want 65, 8, 9, 10, 11, I'm doing math wrong. 7 and 1, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divided by 7 would be like 2 plus. So if we do 3 inches, so if we do 3 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 48 plus 21 is 69. We could do that. I think that would be fine. And then just a little bit to like tie at the end. Is that making sense? I hope so. So let's plan for 8 flags to go across and have around a 3-inch spacing. If we wanted to do less than that, say we did, what, 2.5 by 7 would be 14 plus 3.5, 17.5 plus 48, 15, 65.5. That's even better. So let's shoot for 2.5 between the flags. Okay. That was me getting real, like, specific. Ah! I just used my fabric scissors to cut paper. No! Actually, I'm gonna leave that up there because when we go to put it on the ribbon to like hold it, I am gonna wanna fold it over, I think. I'm gonna want a little bit extra at the top. All right. So, since we've got 8 flags that we're gonna make, we can either do 2 fabrics or 4 fabrics for the backings. What I'm thinking is the flags being 2 to 4 different colors and then doing little silhouettes out of like felt. I printed off a bunch of silhouettes as well. So I've got like a cat and a ghost and a skull and a bat and a hat and a pumpkin and a cauldron and a moon. Just so I had like the shape that I wanted so I could kind of figure it out. So I think for the flags, I think I really want to use this purple. And then maybe this orange. Do those go together? Can we see them hanging side by side and they'd be cute? Maybe I should do plain backgrounds like these two. And then pop. Yeah, let's do that. Or do we want to go a little bolder? You know what? I could do these two. Kind of digging that. Kind of digging these two together. Let's do these two. That was a lot of decision making, I'm sorry. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 4 pairs. So I'm going to cut a front and a back of each of these fabrics. So that way we have 8 pieces, basically 8 of these of each fabric. So we're going to end up with 16 of these. Okay? Okay, so I've got those cut out super easy. I even tried to like cut them opposite ways where I thought like these triangles are going this way, these not triangles, these diamonds are going this way and these are kind of going this way. I don't know. And it was just trying. So I've got those 2 stacks. What I really am trying to do, I wanted to do some embroidery, but I realized I'm really bad at it and I don't know how to do it correctly. So I thought little felt like silhouettes on there might be cute. So let me see. What do I got? Well, I got the yellow out because it was on top. So let's get the moon going. These are mostly general figures that like you don't have to print out stuff and like make templates if you don't want to. I'm being a little bit extra. And I tried to make a moon yesterday and it looked ridiculous. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna print a moon off and go from there. I don't know how I messed up a moon, but I somehow did. So it is what it is. All right. So my plan for this guy is to put him on some felt. And let's try to use this guy. Just gonna lightly trace around. Because it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just looking for this general shape, right? Okay. Grab my fabric scissors. I'm going to cut inside the line so I don't have any chance of getting the marker on my project. Hey, come here. You weirdo. Talking to the fabric, y'all. So I think, see, it's just super simple, but I think I'll put all together, it's gonna get the job done. What do you guys think? I think it's cute. It's so simple, but it's cute. And I did get a little marker. I'm gonna do a little trim. See some right I just think it goes this way. All right. Super simps. Not simp, but simple. Ba-ba! Let's try another one. I have so much felt. Every color you could think of. So, let's move on to something else. Let's see. Do I have black? Of course I do. Let's try the cauldron. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. The pumpkin might be a little big. The cauldron might be a little big, we'll see. You know what I might be able to do? Hold on. I'm gonna cut pretty close to my pattern here, but not right up against. I have an idea. Grab a couple. Oh, sorry guys, dude. So sorry. Not a professional. So I'm just gonna pin this to the felt. And cut it out all together. It's not really working. Let me start down here. Okay, I've got it down to a smaller piece now, so should be easier for me to follow along. This is actually going a lot quicker than I anticipated it going, so I'm very happy about that. Oh my god, that looks so cute! Shit! I don't know why I expected it not to look cute, but it does. Yay! Alright, now I want to take, for this one, some of this green. I'm just gonna have to eyeball this one. That's what I think I want to do. Kind of make it look like it's bubbling. So like that. And then I can take some of this here, get a drip there. And another one there. What do we think of that? It's cute as hell. Okay, I'm very happy with this. I'm gonna go ahead and pin just so I don't lose what I've made. And we'll run a stitch through there, not a problem. But what do we think? On the orange? Or on the white and black? Ooh, I kind of like it on the white and black. Kind of makes the green pop. So then, what do we think about that? Oh, that's not bad. I kind of like that. Okay, so we've got two. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm so excited. This is going so well. All right, let's do the pumpkin next. I really think the pumpkin's gonna look great on here, depending on, Here's my orange. It's very thin. I wonder if I can do this one double. And I gotta cut my pumpkin down a bit. All right, so I've got my pumpkin cut. Oof, barely gonna fit there, even with it doubled. Hold on, is there a better way for me to do this? Is there a better fold? That's what I'm looking for, a better fold. That'll work. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this up a little. Okay. All right, so I've got that pinned on there. I'm just gonna cut out the pumpkin now. I have to check if I've got a different orange. I mean, it's not performing terrible. It's just not what I wanted, really, I don't think. Okay, let's see what we got on this one. I had way too much confidence. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up. I should know better than to have confidence in anything I'm doing. Actually, that's not bad. We can definitely make this work. Do a little stem there. Okay, so for this one, should we give it a jack-o'-lantern face or just have it be a pumpkin? Okay, so there's a stem for him. And then, let's see if I can get a couple leaves. Just do, yeah, just like that. It looks more like an orange, doesn't it? Okay, it does look more like an orange, so let's go ahead and give it some more shape down here. What do we think? Did we get to pumpkin there? Should we lose the leaves and do a jack-o'-lantern face? Let's do a jack-o'-lantern face real quick with some felt. Okay. Does he look too sad? Does he look happier this way? Or if I turned the mouth the other way? I don't know, he looks pretty cute. I mean, obviously without the pins. We're going with that. That's number 3. We've got 2 of the 4 orange ones done. All right, what's next? Do the ghost. Do the ghost. Where is the white? Oh my gosh, do I not have white? Come on now. No way. Let's just way down at the bottom, I think. Oh no. That's heat resistant stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't have a color. I don't have white. Nope, I lied. Nope, that's the other stuff. Oh crap. You know what? You know what I do have? You know what I do have? What I do have is floral felt. I don't know if you've seen some of the floral ghost pottery type things that have been out. Kind of love them. So I think that's what we're going for here. Let's go ahead. This is super thick felt too. I don't even remember where I got it. I got it in a pack somewhere. Alright. It's also got some cat hair on it, so par for the course in this house. Oops. Did not put that down correctly. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Realize I haven't been looking at the camera, so I don't know if you guys are seeing much of what I'm doing here sometimes. Professional YouTuber, you know. Oof. This cut's really hard. So yes, there's been I watch a lot of ceramic TikToks and stuff, and they do these large ghost ceramics, and when they paint them, they do them like bed sheets. So they've got like floral bed sheets and stuff, and they're very, very cute. Very cute. Now let's take the pins out. And I think what we can do is grab a black Sharpie. There we go. There's our ghost. I think he would look good on the orange. He looks pretty good on there. I kind of like him. Probably put him on kind of off center like that. There we go. Number 3 on the orange. What are we going to do for the skull though? Could I do gray for the skull? This was the skull shape I wanted. I don't necessarily want to do like a Day of the Dead skull. I just wanted that shape. But why couldn't I do the skull in one of these florals? Let me see if I can find any of the other ones. I thought there was a couple more. Okay, so I've got my skull shape cut out. So what I'm going to do is try to maximize the flowerage. So I think right here will be good. Go ahead and pin this down. I'm sorry my stomach is so loud today. I ate pizza before this. Cauliflower crust pizza. Delicious. Alright, let's take a look at the skull. Alright, not too bad. I kind of have an idea for the eyes. What if these are all 2-hole buttons? I know I have some. Ooh, if I could find 2 of that one. That one's cool. Or is that too big? Oh God. It needs to go down here. Is that too much? Is this ugly? Should I just do this side? The slight off one, and then... Hold on. Now I'm overthinking it, I think. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I have to put more than just the eyes in, huh? Like I need to come down here, put in teethies. Should I do that on the other side? I'm just gonna do it. Have to do the nose too. There. Look, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Let's see. Should we put it on the white or the orange? I don't like this one as much as I like the other ones, but I think it'll stand out more on the white and black, so I gotta answer this call. Okay, so I cut out a cat while I was on the phone with Cody because I can't just do one thing, but the bat and the witch's hat are gonna be too big, so I need to kind of figure that out. I think for the witch's hat I actually want to do it in purple, so I'm just gonna have to freeball it. Okay, first I'm just gonna cut a piece out. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the shape that I want for the hat. Okay, so that's kind of what I want for the hat part. And then, well, shitballs, that might actually work. Okay, hold on here. We might have just used the scrap to make the brim. Oops. There we go. A simple little witch's hat. Should we actually... Should this come down? Actually look like a brim. Yeah, that still looks good. There we go. Okay, so we've got a cat and a witch's hat. We've got 3 more squares to do. So we just need to figure out a bat now. Yeah, Joe? The general size of our bat can be about this big. I think... See, a bat is kind of... I can do it in half. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? So we need like half his little head here. And then the wings are gonna come up like this. And then like that. Come back down this way. I mean, he's not terrible. He's also not any smaller, really. Oh, he fits. Barely. He doesn't look good on the white, though. But the witch's hat would look good on the white. Yeah. Okay, witch's hat on the white, no problem. So that's 3 on 3. So then we just have to get the bat and the cat to look good on either white or orange, because we've got 3 of each already. So I think the bat disappears on that one, but the cat doesn't necessarily stand out either. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry, guys. What do we think? God, the cat looks really good on there, but the bat looks terrible on the white. Maybe I chose the wrong background. Nope, I'm not gonna do that to myself yet. Hold on. What do we got on the orange? What if we swap Kitty? Kitty on the orange. I just think it stands out better. And put the moon on there and the bat there. So here are our 8. Let me just set them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there they are, all laid out. I think this is gonna be cute. Alright guys, so I'm back in here. I think I'm going to hand stitch all of the felt characters, silhouettes or whatever onto the pieces, onto the flags. And I'm just gonna like put on some music and do that. You guys don't need to watch me do that. But I'm probably gonna use black, yellow, purple, like try to match the colors. I did decide that I'm gonna go with this side of the skull. I just think it looks better. And Cody agreed, so we're gonna go with the back side of the skull and not do the flower part. I think just having the ghost in the flower will be okay. Sorry, I was thinking and not looking. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw in some music, hand stitch these. I'll definitely show you them when I'm done, and then I'll show you what the next step is. It's currently 10 p.m. I'm tired of hand sewing right now, so I just want to show you where I got. So there's the cauldron. I decided to leave the drips kind of off, so they looked a little whatever. Here's the kitty. Keep the orange ones together. There's Mr. Bat. And the ghost. And then the skull. So I've got 3 more to do. I've got 5 done. I've got 3 more to do. My hands are just tired. Like I'm tired of hand stitching. I've got pumpkin, moon, and witch's hat left to go. I think the reason I stopped now is because I just ran out of like the black thread I had on my needle, and like I would have to load a new needle, and I don't want to. It's 10 p.m. So I'm gonna go to bed for the night, and we'll finish this project tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday. That's great. I have all day. We have no plans this weekend except a soccer game for Landon. So I can just probably will spend most of my weekend video gaming and sewing. I don't know why I'm so inspired to sew lately, but I am. Yeah. I'm having a good time kind of coming up with ideas, so it's good to get my sewing machine out. I don't know if I've told you guys about my sewing machine. My mom bought this. She bought my sister and I both one. It's a Project Runway limited edition. I'm pretty sure it's from like 2003 or no, it would be 2007, 8, around in there. Yeah. So, alright guys, I've got all of them hand sewed onto the top piece, all of the silhouettes. So here's the next step. So we're going to take one of these with the silhouette on it and one without, and we're going to put them right sides together. So you're going to want to line them up. I'm gonna go ahead and clip my edges. You want them as close as possible. They should be fairly close because we cut them all together. Yeah, there we go. There's this off a little bit. Alright. Go ahead and get the bottom matched up. So now we're going to send this through the sewing machine, and we are going to stitch here, 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 and here. We're going to leave the top open. Well, that turned out to be convenient because my dad called and I got all of these pinned up. So we're gonna start this one. Let me set you guys up so you can see the machine. Okay. So again, we've got the pins on, or not the pins, but the clips on all of the sides. Why would I put the lid on that? All right. So I'm going to attempt to keep the edge on the outside of my presser foot here. Let me find my foot pedal. Hello, ma'am. Where are you, Miss Foot Pedal? There you are. All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot I have my settings on a zigzag stitch. There we go. Okay, that should be all right. Okay, so then we're gonna come down to the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and hand crank it till I get right on the corner. Bury the needle, lift your presser foot up, and just rotate your fabric. Okay, so again, we're gonna hand crank it till we get right at the corner. Lift our presser foot, rotate our fabric. I went speed demon there for a second, y'all saw it. I have got a problem with my bobbin that I'm gonna need to fix here. Let me show you what's going on. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there's about 4 or 5 strings coming out from my bobbin. There should be 1, and they're all hooked up in here together. There we go. I got it done. Sometimes my top thread will get stuck down in there. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. Let me show you what I've done. Let me clip my strings. Okay, so now we've got that sewn, right? So we're gonna take it. I'm actually gonna chop my corners. So a little trick to make corners lay flat is to kind of angle them off. Make sure you're not getting your stitching, of course. And then we're going to take this, pop it inside out, get all our points, point 1, point 2, point 3, and there we have our flag. So what I'll do is I'll go in and press my seams so it lays flat. And then we're gonna have to figure out some way at the top to kind of fold over or, you know, get the string right in there. I haven't figured out my string yet. I have all of this ribbon, right? But none of it is like Halloween-y. I don't even have like a solid color. This is like maroon. That doesn't look terrible, but it's a little, I don't know. Anyway, so my next task is to take all 8 of the flags, or the banners, whatever we're calling them, and get them sewn, flipped inside out, and pressed down their seams. I need coffee and breakfast, so I'm gonna take a little breaky break, but I think our cat looks gorgeous. Look at her. She's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. Alright, so they're all sewn. I will say that this fabric, the black and white fabric, sewed better than the orange fabric, even though they feel the same. This one is so cute. Here's my little angry guy, bat, and cat. So now I gotta figure out something to hang it. I either need to go buy some ribbon, or I can make, maybe I can make some bias tape. Alright, I'm back to my project. We went to Lando's soccer game and then went and had lunch with my sister and brother-in-law. So it was a great day all around. I also decided that I don't want to mess with trying to make my own ribbon. I did find this plain brown. I even asked my sister if she had any like Halloween ribbon or anything, and she didn't either. So Cody tied this hoop at the end for me, and I cut it into a cute little triangle to like not mimic but do the opposite of those go down. Okay, somebody understands me, please. Right. So now what we're gonna do is kind of lay it out. So what we're gonna do is kind of measure this out. Let's put all of our oranges together. Now why I thought that would like go down like a stack of cards. Okay, so what are we at now? Because we know we measured these to 6 inches. We are now at 5. Double check these ones, make sure they're at least around the same. Da, 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 da. 5. Okay, so our math is null and void now that we did earlier. But I think what we're going to do is just, I'm going to set all of them out back here. And we'll just pull and clip. And we'll do a little bit of measuring. We've got measurements down here. So let's go ahead. We want to go probably 5 inches into the start of the first thing. So I want to start here. 5 inches from the beginning of my knot. Can't quite see it. Beginning of my knot is here. So I'm going to go about 5 inches where I want my first flag to be. So it doesn't really matter which one we start with. I'm going to go ahead and start with Kitty. So got my 5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and clip along the top here. And that's how I'm going to close off my flags as well, just on the back of the ribbon. So no extra sewing in there. Alright, so then from there we're going to go 3 inches from that one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to point you guys this way. Okay, you're just going to have to watch it from that angle. I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't see that I don't have pants on. So now we want one of the white flags, and we have a black silhouette here, so maybe let's grab one of the colored ones. I didn't iron these, and you guys can see that now, and that's fine. Alright, we're gonna go about 3 inches apart. Does that seem far enough? Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I just have to ask myself out loud, and I shall answer. Okay. This fabric is fraying quite a bit. Jeez Jeez Louise. Okay. Alright. Oops, I got one in the middle. Not pulled very tight either. There. Okay. And 3 inches from there. We need another orange one. I kind of want to lay these out. Do that. And then that. And then that. This, that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it all laid out. This is going to go much quicker. I'll bring you guys back after I have it all together and we're going to get sewing on it. Okay, so I've got everything on here. I am going to, because we're going to see the stitch, I think I'm going to turn up the zigzag a little bit and make it kind of a small stitch. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Alright, so here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start on this side. And we're gonna go ahead, get our presser foot down. I'm gonna move my clip down a little bit. Where's my pedal? Keep losing my pedal down here. There's this computer that Cody got. It's under my desk as well. I keep kicking it. Alright, so I'll get my needle down and we're just going to start. Here we go. Okay, so then we're going to stop. We're going to pick up our presser foot, pull it out a little, and then just move on to the next one. I'm going to move this clip down a little, line it up, put it in the machine, get the presser foot down, and here we go. I'm pulling the clips. I need to unclip the clips. Okay. Get my needle up, press the foot up. I'll pull this out a little more, and I'm just going to clip them each time. I think that's going to be better for me. That pulled a little bit. Okay, something else I just did while I was back there is I just went ahead and cleaned this up. Clipped my, oops, I didn't clip my threads on this side. Boop. Boop. Okay, so let me turn you away from the sewing machine so the lighting comes back up. So we've gone through 2 of them. There is one, and there is the next one. So what I can do back here is just flip up the seam and just very carefully trim off the excess. There we go. And put that in my scrap bin. Alright, so I've got 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so here she is in all her glory. I've got her hanging in the office. We don't use this except for storage. So I'm really happy with these 3 specifically. This one's alright. I maybe don't need the little hangers down, but it's cute. He could be better. That could be better. This one's good. That could be better. But look, you guys, I made this. I made that. out of materials I already had at my house. I didn't have to buy anything new. I made that. I'm just like, I'm a little bit impressed with myself, okay? Can someone be impressed besides Cody? He's always impressed by me. Like, he thinks I'm awesome. I think I'm terrible, but he thinks I'm awesome. Anyway, that is my little Halloween silhouette banner thingy mabobber. And I'm really happy with it. So hopefully you guys will get to see this in a little bit, because I'm just going to go on and edit this right now, because there's no reason for me not to. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you've got some projects that are easy, I am going to be making an apron soon. I did see a comment that said they wanted to make an apron. I also want to make myself an apron, and I have some fabric I think would be gorgeous as an apron. It's a nice, like, sturdy fabric. So yeah, we're going to make an apron just by measurements. Just by taking some of our measurements and making a basic bitch apron. That's what we're gonna do. So that's gonna be in another video later on, but keep in mind, if you've got some stuff that you want to see, let me know. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.